Reality is a mirror. I'm sure you've heard this saying before. I've heard it many times, and I've been reflecting on it. And today I want to talk about what I understand by this. Reality is a mirror. When I think of a mirror, I think of something that reflects an image back at me. So when they say reality is a mirror, I'm guessing that will effectively mean that whatever I'm experiencing is me being reflected back. And this concept can seem very far-fetched. It can seem very wooey. Like, what does this mean? This is some people may think this is BS, So thinking about it deeply and peeling it apart, if I'm thinking of reality as a mirror, then I'm thinking of it in the sense that whatever is being played out in reality is happening because of my activity, right? So there's, on the level of whatever I'm seeing is me, I could take that and say that, well, if I am part of everything and everything is a part of me, and we're in this infinite soup of energy, fluctuating energy, infinite, endless soup of fluctuating energy, then in some sense it can be a mirror, right? Because if I am that and that is me, then we are one and the same. And what I am experiencing, if it's said to be me, that kind of makes sense to me. I don't know about you. And then there's the other level for me. Another way to think about it, or another way I thought about it, is reality reflecting me back to me in the sense of the meaning that exists in reality, how I feel about it, how I experience it. What do I mean by this? If I have an experience, I'm looking for an example. Okay, just without an example, let's say I have I have an experience, right, of something that maybe I step on a stone and it hurts, or an experience that's supposed to be a negative one. And I'm in a positive mood. The experience that I may have could be something that I could brush off, or could be something that I could extract a positive part about that experience out of, right? Experiences or things in it of themselves don't have meaning. They're neutral. We infer meaning into it. We place meaning into things. This is why things mean different things for different people. Without us, there is no meaning into life. We inject it with meaning. So in that sense, whatever experience I'm having is reflecting back how I feel about it, how the meaning I give to it. So in effect, it is reflected back to me. So it is a mirror in that sense too. I hope this makes sense. At the same time, whatever we are experiencing all around us in our reality is a reflection, I guess, because it is what came out of some human being. Every creation, be it buildings, be it cars, computers, cameras, whatever it may be, the internet, it started somewhere inside some person. Or when I say inside, I mean in their internal world, in their minds, in their intuition, in their inclination to want to act, to create something. So every creation that has come about since the beginning of human experience, I believe, started from within. So everything outside began from within. So it's a reflection of something that was once within. Even, I could go as far as to say, even we as human beings started from within our parents, within our mother. At some point you were a fetus inside your mother, and even at some point before that, you were an idea or thought your parents had, oh, we would like to have this child. You began as a thought within them, and they began as a thought within their parents, and so on and so forth. And I'm not sure if you've heard something of maybe some teachers talking about the experience we are having happening in the mind of God. So the entire projected reality, the entire experience reality is a mirror in that sense. from this basis of looking at it, if it is a mirror, that must mean that it changes based off who I am. Because when I go to a mirror and I change my facial expression, the mirror reflects me. The mirror, I cannot change my facial expression by wanting the mirror to change first. I have to change first. I have to be the one to enact the change. And I believe this is why they say if you want to change the world, you have to begin with yourself. Because the world you are experiencing is a projection from you. Because of how we experience it, it's normal to think that, okay, I am experiencing this and it's actually what is playing me. It is my world that is causing me to feel happy, or it's my world that's causing me to feel sad. I am at the mercy of the world. But when you go down into the science of it, we are actually projecting this reality just the same way a movie projector projects something on the screen. So the 3D infinite space that we are experiencing is actually, for me, like a screen upon which we project our world. And this understanding is what allows us to change our reality, by changing who we are. Because if you are the switch, if you are the projector, if you are the movie that's playing, if you change the movie, then what gets projected on the screen changes. This may seem complicated and complex, but take a simple example of a person who feels they are timid and that they can't speak in spaces, and if they speak in spaces, something bad is going to happen to them, right? Because of this belief, because of this film, because of this projection of self, when they go out into the world, that is how they project themselves into the world. They project themselves as a shy person, a timid person, a person who cannot do the things they don't think or believe they can. So when they're in such spaces, you may see them quiet, maybe not interacting with people. So what then happens? The people around you, the reality you live in, picks up that projection and says, oh, this is actually a timid person. And then they feed that back to you. And then what happens? You take in that feedback and say, right, this is how the world is. They know I'm timid, I know I'm timid, so then I'm timid. And this relationship continues to reinforce itself, and you end up as a person in a timid world, and you experience a timid person's world, and you don't get to experience another person who is not timid's world. In the same way, if you change the movie and perhaps you see yourself as somebody who's more outspoken, somebody who is outgoing, who is not timid, who's very confident, and you go out into the world and you express that, you exude that energy, that is what the world will give back to you. They say, oh, that guy is very confident. You know what? I have an opportunity for a confident person and he'll be perfect for it. So then your reality begins to change. The new spaces you find yourself, the new opportunities, the new experiences you have are going to be different from when you were timid. And just that simple example can show you how we are the ones creating our reality. A lot of the time, we're used to feeling on the other side where we feel reality is creating us. So we wait for something to change before we change. We're looking to change the world on the outside in order to make ourselves feel comfortable. But we have to realize that the world we're experiencing is a projection of our reality. So we are the projector, we have the film, we are the director, the actor, the producer, and the projector. And so to change the reality, to change the film we're experiencing, to change the life we're experiencing, to change the world we're experiencing and the world we're in, we have to start with ourselves. We are the key. And once you begin to change who you are, your world changes. Of course, in experienced reality, we live in a time-space reality, so it takes time to see this change happening. But the only way to change it is to begin from you. This is why if you want to live in a better world, you change who you are. And in effect, you even become a better example. And it ripples out. You are the core vibration that is rippling out into your reality. And everybody is doing this. So we all have our unique individual worlds we're experiencing. And because we have our unique individual worlds we're experiencing in this shared, complex, intricate dynamic world. We are all living in our own universe. We are all having unique experiences, and so the worlds we exist in are our worlds individually. At the same time, it is collectively, but the change begins with you, because reality is just a reflection. Reality is just playing you back to yourself. As hard as this may be to believe, because of how reality is fixed and different things look different, and it's hard to say have a different belief and immediately the building next to me changes or something like that. This is actually what's going on the fundamental level. The things that are like solid and fixed and hard to change is because the collective reality holds that solid. But in terms of your everyday lived reality and experience of life, you are the one creating it. And this is key to manifestation. This is key to living the life that you want, is to know that you are the God creator, and you are creating everything based off your perspective and your perception of reality and your belief systems. And you are the creator of your reality. Whatever you're experiencing is just a reflection of who you are. So if you want to change it, you start with you. Start with the man in the mirror. Start with the woman in the mirror. Start with the being in the mirror, and change your reality by changing who you are. Start with you. This is what I believe, and this is what I think from my life experience. I hope it's been food for thought. I'd like to hear what you think about it in the comment section, and let's keep the discussion going. Thank you very much for always tuning in, and until next time, take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.